All right, here we go. It's Tuesday, and I'm really excited because I know how we're going to start this episode.
Yeah.
We're going to start this episode by talking about how fucking badass is Ram.
I gotta go. I gotta go do some things. I'll be back in like 25 minutes. Shut up! I'm embarrassed.
Oh my god, it was the funniest article I've ever read in my entire life.
I watched a couple of compilation videos on YouTube. I've got it all figured out.
You're listening to the No Big Banana Podcast.
Welcome back to the No Big Banana Podcast. My name is Charles.
My name is Justin.
So, Ram is awesome, bro.
I know you think she
Newest
is.
episode of ReZero. I know you've seen it.
Yeah.
Because it was watched on Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
Like things always are by the time I get to
Yeah.
them. That was the case for Misfit of Demon King Academy.
Which was so good.
Oh my God.
Ugh.
Dude,
What a fucking just dropping that fat demon dick all over the place.
Biggest flex. He's like, oh, you thought that you would be able to restrict me in this dimension. Oh,
you thought that's all it would take?
God, what a fucking
And then he's like,
gangster.
oh, well, you know, I'm glad that you were able to like revive at like 100% of your full power. And he's like, what, you think that's 100%?
Right.
Nah.
Yeah, dude.
Same works for me, buddy.
How crazy was it that he was like, oh, thank you for unlocking the rest of my power?
Yeah, I appreciate that.
What? And then the dude even was like, that's one of my favorite things about anime is like when the villain is as surprised, if not more surprised than the viewer.
Yeah, I also
Of just like what the fuckery that's going on.
and I mentioned this to you earlier, but like one of my favorite things about Anos is like he has this penchant for being like, what, you thought killing me was enough to make me die? You thought
Yeah.
dodging was enough to avoid the attack?
Yeah,
You thought keeping
yeah.
me in here was enough to keep me in here? Like, and it's like, yeah, Anos is kind of what the fuck that means. That's kind of what words mean.
Well, because your boy's operating in the fifth dimension.
Yeah,
And so all of
it's
these
great.
like plebs on the material plane are like,
They really do a great, like, and even like during the entire thing with like Lei's mom and stuff, like,
Yeah.
you could tell all that was planned. Like, he knew exactly what the fuck he was doing the moment he went into
that was the
space.
craziest fucking thing of them all.
His mom being a sword?
That he was just like, look, while all of this was going on, I started a rumor. Turns out I rewrote history just by, so here you go. And I was like, what the hell, dude?
Yeah, he was like, I just gave a speech, and so now her source is back to being fine again. So,
Yeah.
and also like he's just such a good boy, and his parents are just such sweethearts. Like,
Oh yeah, I think
It's so great.
It's super cool how much like he gave his dad so much credit for the sword.
it was so sweet.
I was just like, oh, he doesn't have to do that.
He
because
doesn't, but he loves his dad. Like,
Yeah.
it's
that shit's
it's
awesome.
just sweet. He's got a good side to him, even though he's just the ultimate bad motherfucker.
Yeah, he really is.
he fucks
fucking
mothers.
crazy, dude.
Yeah.
And when the girl is like trying to be all hot stuff, and she's like, "Oh well, I'm only doing this because I have to." And then
I bet
she's
you like
just
her too.
No, I don't.
Why don't you
She
like
was
her?
Awful. Oh, okay.
She's
Look,
basically Ram.
I dislike one character that you like. Oh my God, Ram. Oh, what did she say? She's the cutest.
Oh, when
she's
she was
the
like-
best. Oh, when she said, even if I was an old grandma, I would still be cute.
Yeah.
Huh. She's the best, dude. You gotta be kidding me.
I like her
You
a
gotta
lot
be
as a
joking
character.
me.
I just prefer Ram.
Whatever, dude. And then Garfield looks pissed, huh?
Oh yeah.
What the fuck? Here we go again with Subaru pissing me off.
Yeah, I like.
Why
You know
would
what
you
was-
laugh that way at Otto? That was
Yeah.
the last time I was that sad was when they left fucking Gordon when they all went to the beach
Yeah.
in Black Clover.
I-
The last
I-
time I was that sad in anime, and then Subaru's just laughing in Otto's face.
Yeah. And
After
then it's
Otto just like
you're a fucking
bore his
asshole.
soul to him
Yeah.
and was like, all I want is to be your friend.
You know what the weird thing about watching ReZero is though? Like, so I thought I clicked on the newest episode, but I was watching the one previous, and because of the nature of the show, I was like, why the fuck is he doing everything the exact same way again? Like, what is he
yeah.
doing? She's just gonna get pissed off at him again.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, this is last week's episode.
Yeah, but then it kind of still happened though.
Kind of still happens, yeah. Because what I was thinking was going to happen was that he was going to immediately leave this time to be able to get there even quicker to prepare, like, or at least to get there before the girl does.
Yeah.
So that way he can avoid all that shit. But then he was just like, I'll just hang out. She's not going to show up if I don't show up. So And I was like, what the
Well,
fuck?
yeah, I do think that is weird, but I mean, is there some kind of truth to that? Oh, dude, we didn't even talk about Betty.
Oh, yeah, being a witch cult member.
I mean, that
Yeah.
is, well, I mean,
No,
that,
she is.
I
She absolutely is.
well, I figured that out when she knew who Beetlejuice was.
Yeah, immediately.
As soon as she said, and
was
not
like,
only, she
oh.
called him Juice, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Yeah, she's one
Oh
of them.
no, Beatrice.
Yeah.
And then now it's like this big reveal because Dum Dum Subaru is like, I get it now.
I get it. Yeah. Why are you
Yeah.
holding that book like that?
And then it's
why aren't
this-
you saying
and
anything
then it's
about
big
it? It's like,
thing.
what the fuck do you think, Subaru?
It felt weird that it was like, I mean, I guess I understand like the episode is about like confirming that, but it's
Yeah.
just, it still kind of felt like a little on the nose, like handed to me.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hey, did you pick up on this?
If you've gotten through ReZero this far, they've done a very good job of like not holding your hand throughout it.
Right.
And this felt very like, here you go, Sonny.
I wonder if that's starting to get
here's
that
the
way
plot
because
arc.
it's gotten more popular.
Probably.
See, that's what happens when things get popular.
Yeah.
You got to dumb it down for the dum-dums.
Dumb it down.
You got to make it digestible for the dum-dums. So
Digestible for the dum-dums.
Then-
That's a good title for the episode.
yeah, and then everything gets no, I'm going to name this episode Ram is the best.
Of course you fucking
Ram is best. That's what it's going to be.
Cool.
Ram over Ram.
Cool.
That's what etched in infamy for this episode.
Neat.
Let's talk about Fire Force.
Yeah. I kind of called it.
Yeah.
I kind of called it a little bit.
How cool is fucking Arthur?
Arthur's pretty badass.
There were two moments in today's episode. Well, I guess it aired
In the most
the
recent
other day.
episode,
In the
yeah.
most recent episode, where I was just like, Arthur Boyle.
I like that
He's such a great character.
I do really enjoy that the quote unquote sheath for his sword is just a block of wood.
yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not actually a sheath. Like, he just turns it off when he attaches it to it.
Well, when Maki was reciting the prayer, when they were fucking up all those infernals,
Yeah.
and then Arthur Boyle said the Latome as he like put his sheath in, and it was just like
as he put his sheath in.
as he put his sword in his block
you go.
sheath. It
There
was
you
just
go.
like clink.
Also, who was it that was he the one that figured out that it was pie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the second moment.
I was like, oh, neat. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool. Like,
It's very autistic of you, Arthur.
surprising that like
Because he was recognizing the numbers in a pattern of words.
yeah, which is, you know, I assume if like you're really into the number pi.
I knew a guy in high school that was like that knew it for like upwards of like 100 digits.
I know like 10. And after that, I was like, there's
I
no
don't even
fucking
know.
point.
Sometimes I forget what it even is, like what the original three are. It's like, I know it's 3.14, and then I'm lost after that.
15926, I think.
Dude, this kid in high school would just fucking sit there. He'd just sit there and go if you let him.
It's interesting to me, like, that they've kind of put themselves in a corner with this, like with there being an actual like demon. I don't know I forget what they call it, but like the demon infernal.
Oh, for some reason I thought you were talking about the writers.
No.
The actual. Oh, yes.
You know, like for this
Yeah,
show
you're right
itself,
about
like
that.
they're kind of in a tight squeeze.
Also, who the fuck put Licht in charge when they were like in that room and they're like, what are we gonna do about Shinra? And they're like, well, fucking he'll figure it out.
Yeah, well, he will.
Well, I mean, yeah, but it's
Like,
just it seems
I don't know. He's kind of the pro tag.
It seems short-sighted.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine that Licht is much more curious about what's going on in here.
Oh well, he's the scientist, I mean,
And then
he's just there to collect data.
The guy with the whistle is very like intently focused on just completing the mission as the mission was set out, and Arthur's just there as a bodyguard. So of course that those three would like continue doing what they were doing.
Yeah.
Arthur was even like, I can just cut us out. Like I got.
Well, yeah,
plasma.
that's what I mean.
And they're like, no, it's fine. We'll just keep going.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
It's like,
of
damn.
course.
Well, the
I do also like Juggernaut a lot.
Scop is the cutest.
Scott's pretty great.
Oh my god, dude. When fucking Shinra is like, don't worry, bro, I'll save your forest because I'm a hero. And he's like,
you're a hero.
Hero. And
Yeah.
then immediate cut to him clinging to Shinra's head.
Yeah,
I was
and
just
then he does like that ultra
oh,
speed shit.
man.
Yeah,
Gotta love that super cute stuff. And then the crow is cool too because he's very much
the crow's
just
my
like,
favorite.
"Ah."
The crow's my favorite, but I think that's also just because like it's a holdover from Demon Slayer when I fucking loved the crows in Demon Slayer. It's like Tanjiro,
Oh yeah, yeah.
no rest.
I didn't love him so much.
I love that shit.
I mean, I appreciate the bit for what it is, but
every time it happened, I was like,
that's as far as
yes.
it goes. I'm just like, all right, moving on.
Well, crows are some of my favorite animals.
Fire Force. I feel like I have more questions than I did.
Yeah.
I felt like I was gonna get more answers and I got more questions. I guess is what I'm trying to say.
I think overall the idea here is that like it can't like I think that's also the reason why that she kind of has like a yin and yang to her face. The lady,
witch woman.
The witch woman that like set it up like 1,000 years ago or whatever.
Yeah.
I think the reason why that is the case is because it has the opportunity to develop and also destroy. And so it's just a matter of how people use it. And I think that's why like the one in Tokyo, the key was hidden so well, or like tried to be kept hidden, because like you could easily turn it into a weapon, even though its main function is, I mean, it's like any kind of like nuclear reactor, I suppose. Like you could just like flip a switch and just blow up the entire like eastern seaboard. You know?
Oh yeah. Well, it's very like that's very like Oppenheimer-esque, right?
Yeah.
Like, Ender of Worlds.
Yeah.
It's like if you have that power, it would follow that you would do something to try and protect it.
Although I think there is some tie to the White Cloud just because of what the main one was wearing, like tied back to the outfits of the evangelist men.
Yeah.
So I think there is some connection there. He might have like sent him there to set it up.
I will say that I think
like
it's
given
cool.
him some intelligence, or like giving him an Adola link to set him up to do that. I don't fucking know.
Yeah. And so it's clear that he's had this Adola link with the witch woman.
Yes.
So that's interesting.
Because I think it's her flame that's in the thing.
Right.
The reactor or whatever. So maybe it's just like there's still like some consciousness there or something, or like the embers of that.
Yeah, well, that's what makes me wonder. It makes me wonder if like an Adola link could be felt beyond like dimension or time or space. Like
I'm sure.
I
mean,
because it's a question as to whether or not her fire is still burning within, or if it's just the.
Well, yeah, it has to be, because like otherwise the forest would have burned down or like just gone to shit. Like her flame is what's keeping the oasis alive. So clearly the reactor is still alive. Otherwise they wouldn't be trying to like activate the key to like make it go overboard.
Yeah, it's like a pilot light.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just kind of on, and then they want to fucking blow it up.
Yeah.
So that they can die.
Yes.
They seem to be.
Well, if you were stuck in a body that was burning for 2,000 years, you'd probably want to die too.
Right, but wouldn't it be easier for them to just like go fucking piss off some Fire Force people?
I mean, on a continent where there
way
isn't a fire force.
Oh, I guess that's true. I hadn't considered that. There's no Fire Force there?
It's not Tokyo. It's a special Tokyo Fire Force.
Oh, I did not realize
Like,
that.
even the one guy was like, oh, that's right. You guys kill your infernals over there. Like, the infernals on this continent just wander.
Oh, but that's because they're more conscious.
No, it's just because nobody's put on rest. So they've just been going and going and going and going and going since the Great Cataclysm 250 years ago. So these ones have just been wandering that desert for like 250 years. One of them showed up and was like, hey, here's the way to get out of this hell that we're all experiencing together, is to follow me and then help me activate this thing so that I can die, so I can kill all of you with me, so we can all go to heaven.
So Shinra just needs to be like, hey, man.
You want to like take a ride? Like, you want to take a ride to
Like,
the other
check
continent?
it out, bro. I can get you out of here. I could put you in the fucking express lane
Yeah.
to Latom.
Yeah.
And
Express lane to Latom.
yeah, and then
That's a better
and then
title
no
for
one
this.
else has to die.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, at this point, like, he's probably the demon's probably convinced that there is no other option.
Right.
He's very much like in one of those like crazy like cult.
Oh, he's lost his mind.
Yeah.
For sure.
100%. So there's no rationale with that dude.
Do you think that I wonder why he's seemingly so much more evolved than the others?
He's just a demon.
So
In the same way that like Shinra's mom is.
So he probably came across that thing, and he probably came across the pilot light and was like,
I'm assuming it's like
I could blow this shit up and die.
Yeah,
But I'm
assuming
shit
that like
to do it.
I think what the deal is, because it's the same with like the bugs that they try to like put into people to try to find like I think they even call it a pilot light, to find people that turn into infernals, like the correct type, like to create a demon.
Right.
I think he happened to like hit a score with like an Adola fire, as a result became a demon. I think that's really the only difference. It's just that it's more connected to that plane, so they have higher intelligence, and that they've got a deeper fire.
Yeah.
So he probably was able to smell it out at some point.
Yeah, and there's also probably like something to that in terms of like seeing hell, maybe.
Yeah.
And being like, oh, there it is.
I mean,
But
even
I'm still stuck
even
here.
that captain was like, oh fuck yeah, hit me with it,
Yeah.
come on, I want more of it, you know.
Yeah, that shit is.
Strange.
It's super interesting to see how that's going to be handled because it could very well be done. Well, I mean, yeah, you're right. He is kind of beyond reproach in terms of
There's
rationalization.
there's no talking to this dude. The only thing that he could possibly do is show that he has enough firepower, or destroy it without having it blow up, and then potentially that would, I don't know, dude. I don't know what they're gonna do to get out of the situation. Like the only thing that could possibly happen is like Benny Morrow shows up on those flying fire broomsticks and just launches him into space like he did that one.
How gangster would it be?
He was just like, I was just chilling over the Atlantic.
Yeah, no, but the thing is though, it wouldn't be Benny Morrow. It would be like fucking Captain Obi.
Yeah,
would just show
they
up.
They did mention. I mean, they did pretty recently. Like go back. No, that was during the whole thing in the town. The people at the first were like, we can't go. Like we can't leave the church. Like we're not allowed to interfere in those kinds of things.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, because that was a really smart thing I think that the writers did, is separate the stations based on hierarchy as to like this. Well, not even this one's more about the church, but this one's more about the fire force. And
I wouldn't even call it a hierarchy. Just like whose pocket they're in.
Special interests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like which one's working with Enron.
Yeah. Definitely.
Because it's trying to crash itself,
Yeah. I'm worried.
Yeah.
And fucking Juggernaut being
He's
like,
great.
oh no, the potatoes.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
I can only grow potatoes. I'm not going to do much for you in heaven. She's like, why are you fucking like talking like you want to go?
Yeah, that was weird. Well, because he's just like,
he's such a single track mind.
Juggernaut's such a beta.
Yeah. Just begging to be on the bandwagon.
Oh my God, dude. I see what you did.
Right?
Just when he pops off all of his shit, that's super
It's
fun.
great. Just stay away.
And I did watch God of High School.
Yeah? What'd you think?
It was cool.
It's really cool. I really
cool
enjoyed
getting to see the fucking chick kendo stick fight.
Yeah.
That was dope.
Wait, did you not see the one with the people from the outside organization?
Oh yeah,
going after the.
So I'm thinking angels and demons now.
I'm thinking, yeah, I think that it has something to do with either like, one's clearly religious and the other one is clearly. I actually, it kind of reminds me of. There's a series called like a certain blank. So it'd be like a certain scientific railgun, or a certain magical index,
right?
And they treat it like the religious sect is all about like magic, and the science sect is all about like alchemy,
right?
Or like whatever, transmutation and stuff. So it kind of feels like a similar divide where it's like the religious group is kind of going after it in a particular way, and then there's others that are like just kind of either inherently attached to different deities or different like power, like because the thing, like now we're at a point where like there are so many different like bizarre things that's happening with the different power sets.
Yeah.
So it's clear that there's not one source for this.
That girl definitely had a cross.
Yeah.
Which was super dope, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
That was so cool.
Oh yeah, when she starts like swearing and it actually like bleeps out her.
Yeah.
I also really liked the dude with the scythe and the playing cards. Like he actually got to put on some display.
Cute.
Yeah, he actually put on like some fight. Like,
and then the other one's name
dope.
is O. So it's like Men in Black.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
But Q is like, and then he got docked 3 more months' pay.
Yeah,
and she's like, the girl was like happy about that.
Half
like
a year?
It's half a year. But it's like, what was he supposed to do, right? Because who the fuck is the other guy? We don't even know.
Yeah, doesn't matter really.
Could be from another.
Well, and then like, I don't think I doubt heavily that Jin Mori's grandfather's dead. There's no way. There's no fucking way that he is.
No.
He's going to show up with just missing an arm, just like kicking dicks down left and right.
All right, now it's time for you to really train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was super dope though when they cut back to him and it's just like the entire forest is gone and he's just like standing there like, all right, is there any like actual challenge here? And then they go up on the higher rocks and just drop like a gigantic sword on him.
Yeah.
The fact that he didn't move, it reminded me of Prometheus, when it's like, just go to the left, just serpentine, bitch. Like the thing was falling down vertically,
yeah.
and she's just running along with it. It's like, just go left, just turn. You don't have to die here. Like,
A lot
just
of that
serpentine.
A lot of that stuff happens. Oh man, and I missed Monster Girl Doctor. I
still
haven't
haven't seen
watched it yet.
Still haven't seen it.
You
I'm
gotta
watching Food Wars though.
jump on board, and then I gotta catch up on Food Wars and on Black Clover.
Yeah. Food Wars just does a really good job of like, it's surprisingly like wholesome, despite it's just like, you know, people orgasming constantly from eating food.
Yeah, foodgasm.
But it's just a good time, man. It's just a good fun time.
Yeah, I mean, if you're into that sort of thing, I guess.
I mean, you like reality TV shows. It's basically an anime reality TV show.
Yeah, I do really like reality TV shows, like Indian matchmaking.
I know, you have not shut up about Indian matchmaking.
Oh,
This girl was like, I've got nowhere else to go. I'm done growing.
That's what she said.
I know. I'm aware that's what she said.
It was fucking crazy. Anybody
what
out
else
there,
is
if you haven't
fucking
watched it, go
Just
watch
fucking that bell.
Indian matchmaking.
Fuck. Don't.
I thought that it was called Indian Matchmaker.
Cool.
It's not. It's called Indian Matchmaking.
Cool.
But
69
I mean,
that bell.
the premise is the same.
Switch it up. Switch it up.
It's the same show.
Yeah.
It's you gotta see it.
You
It's a
gotta
bunch
change
of crazy
positions every once in a
people.
while. You gotta keep the relationship fresh and hot.
All right. Go just
So just
go
like,
to Facebook,
or you can
follow us
96
on
it.
Facebook,
Just
Instagram,
make up a new
and Twitter at No Big Banana.
comment with a new position that you've created.
NoBigBanana
to sleep with the bell with.
gmail.com.
Yeah.
And
Fuck that bell at nobigbanana.com.
go check out our Wicked Packs campaign.
Yeah. Which we'll talk about Thursday.